Hey everyone, Retromet here, and today I'm going to show you how to use IBM's Engineering Insights in Engineering Lifecycle Management. And what Engineering Insights is it's a way to report on anything that you have inside of ELM in a very nice and dynamic way, and I'll explain that in just a bit. So first off, how do you get access to Engineering Insights? If you go over to the left-hand side, you'll see a tab for Engineering Insights. Clicking that will reveal any projects that you have access to in Engineering Insights. There's a separate tutorial on this channel if you don't have any projects available over here. And just to show you what Engineering Insights is, I'm going to go ahead up here and select a couple of example views. And a view in Engineering Insight, it's just another name for a report. In this example view, it's showing a requirement, how it's tied into a version resource, and then tied into specific baselines and streams. Now we can go ahead and visualize change requests based on the time that they took place. And showing another example, we will go ahead and see how requirements have been validated by test cases. And you can see the traceability from this requirement over to this test case and the results over here. Now, the really cool part about Engineering Insights is the ability for dynamic reports. And what I mean by that is I can go ahead and click on a requirement, a work item, a test case, anything that is inside of ELM, and it's going to display the information either down or upstream that is connected up to this specific artifact. So here we're taking a look at a hazardous event, and this is a custom artifact type that was created in Doors Next. It's tied into safety goals, then functional safety requirements, and finally down to technical safety requirements. If I want to get access to this artifact, I can mouse over it and click on the blue link, or when I right click on it, I can click on Open Artifact. There are a ton of examples of these reports, and just to name a few of them, now we're going to go ahead and take a look at a Change Request Explorer, and this has a dynamic filter up top here, where all I need to do is select on an artifact here, and I can see the hierarchy associated with the specific work item. And we'll explore another requirements traceability view, where I can see how this business process diagram is tied into a requirement one level down the stream, and I can also go ahead and visualize 5 levels down as well. Now checking out a testing example, I'm going to go ahead and click on a test plan, and hopefully I selected a good test plan. There's definitely better ones here. And this is showing all of the uses for this test plan associated with the test case execution records. And I can tell at a quick glance that this is a failed test case, and these 2 passed. I only showed you a few examples of really the art of the possible with Engineering Insights. Whatever information you have in ELM, you're able to display it in a visual way. So now, to get started, go ahead and click on the Views tab and go underneath Welcome to Views. Here you have a couple of options, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on Create Views, then throw in a name for your view, select the folder where you want it to be saved, and My Views will be saved to your personal folder, while Shared Views will be able to go with everyone on the team. Then you can go ahead and select if you want to start from scratch, which that's what we will be doing today. Or if you come over here and check off create a view from an existing view, you'll be able to duplicate a view from an existing one. It's just like using a PowerPoint template. Same exact thing with style here. Styles allow you to have certain rules predefined where all requirements will be red, test cases will be green, work items will be yellow, and I'll show you how you can go ahead and save that. And the data source, this is where you can select where you want to pull in information from. I suggest leaving this as automatic. Underneath configuration context, if you want to lock down this report to a specific point in time, if you use global configuration, this is where you can go ahead and set that. I'm going to go down here and pop our next. And now we have a couple of options here. If I don't select any of these projects that I have access to here, it's going to pull in information from every single project that I can access. If I want to lock it down to specific projects, which I'm going to do for today's example, then you go ahead and you search for the project here and check them off. Now, you've made it to where we can go ahead and start creating this report. So we're taking a look at a blank view. And before I start dragging stuff in here, I just want to cover a few basic things. Up top here, this is our zoom in, zoom out. And when you have a lot of items in here, this is really handy. We have our map down here where it'll make sense once I start dragging some things out onto the canvas here. You can easily navigate around the field. When I mentioned styles earlier, and there's a separate tutorial on this. This is how you can go ahead and save that. If you want to rename, you can do so right there. And now over to where you'll probably be spending a lot of time. It's going to be this box on the right-hand side of the screen. This is your palette and your properties tab. Palette allows you to drag information onto the canvas in different ways. And what I mean by that is, say I want to report on specific work items. Well, I can go ahead and click and I can drag this. And now a window is going to pop up asking me if I want to refine the work items that I'm going to report on. But for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and click on OK. And all of the projects that I selected earlier, so this MTM project, is going to pull the information from. And I can go ahead and I can resize these containers. And this is showing me all of the work items. Now, a really cool feature with Engineering Insights is the ability, if I right click on this work item container, I could click on Show Current Links Information. And what this is going to do is figure out all of the links that these work items are connected to. And it's going to display it on this right-hand side as well. So I can see that these work items implement 19 of these features. They're associated with 23 test cases. And they're also associated with 11 test cases that have results. They implement 25 requirements. And say I want to add this implements requirements box into my canvas here. I can right click on that, click on add new container, and it's automatically going to form the link where it shows these work items are associated with these requirements. Now, say I want to see how these requirements are associated with test cases. Well, of course, I could right click on those and click on Show Current Links Information, but I could also click on Show Links To. And this pop-up is going to allow me to select exactly what I want to select. And then, so let's see how many requirements have been validated by these test cases. And I can see that there's a total of 26 test cases here. I'm going to click on Finish. And then again, you can click and you can drag on these boxes to move them around the canvas how you see fit. Now, I want to see my test case results. Another way we can do that is if we head back over to the palette, you can search for a result, and I can click and I can drag this box into the field here, and I can click on OK. And to actually connect this box up to this box, all I need to do is mouse over this container, click on the yellow arrow, drag and drop. Then I'll just go ahead and click on the Save button. And what you just saw, a quick overview of how to go ahead and create a view in IBM's Engineering Insights. Make sure to keep watching this playlist. There are a lot of other tutorials on this topic here. Thanks for watching. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can find my contact information in the description below.